Bravo.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
are live. And hello.
Hello, hello,
Today we are,
hello.
today we have a special guest, and I think that is a special person. That is Matt from Involve UK. That is a profi rider and a technique manager. And I'm very proud to have him here in the Electro Talk. I think we're going to listen a little more about him. He's a special person in the community. He's very loved for everybody, and
Too
I
kind.
am very pleased. I'm very pleased to have you here, my friend. And we are going to know a little more about you.
Cool.
The first, the first thing, the background from you. How many years do you started skating or electro skating?
Okay, so with my skating, I never make any claims of proficiency. I'm not, I'm not the world's best. I love boarding, all board sports. I don't surf anymore, but I still love snowboarding. It's tragic that I might not get to go boarding this year. We do go every year snowboarding. But yeah, with the skating thing, I think it's always been a part of me, since I was a kid. My mum got me my first board. I mean, I've got a scar on my hand, right? Oh, where's my camera? There's a scar on my hand right here.
Yeah.
Just there. This is where I was actually trying to make a skateboard as a kid. My mum bought me a little toolkit, and I had a piece of timber, and I was cutting the piece of timber, and I managed to cut into my hand. And my mum decided at that point she was going to buy me a skateboard. And so yeah, I mean, a lot of the kids at the time were into it. I got into it as again. Wasn't the best, but I loved it. Broke my arm as a kid skateboarding. My mum wished I'd give it up, but then much later in life she bought my first longboard, and yeah, that inspired me to get back into it. And I think with my dog at the time as well, I had my dog Fudge, and she loved getting out and we loved skating together. And I think through skating with her, that then led me on to electric skateboards, and that's when I found Evolve. And here we are a few years later, and I'm evolved not as much as anyone. Love what we do, and I love sharing the experience with everyone else.
Yeah, that's the important thing. How many years do you work now for Involve?
So I've worked for Evolve, Jeff, if you like, since they opened in the UK. So we were at Dartford before our current location for 3 years, and we've been at our current location, I suppose, for 4 or 5 months now. Prior to that, I actually worked for Mark alongside Andy. Mark was the authorized distributor for the UK, so I was assisting those guys as a tech and dispatch. I don't know, probably a year or so before that, I guess. So I mean, once I got my board and I met the guys behind it, I just dreamed of having this as my job. I couldn't wait to the point. I knew we'd get there, but I couldn't wait to the point where we got to the point where I could actually make this my world. Make this my life. Give up my day job and live the dream. So yeah, this is where I'm at, and yeah, I hope I don't ever have to go to another job interview.
Yeah, I hope too, my friend. Then you are not you come from other country.
That's right. Yeah. So my mum is English. My dad's Australian. I was actually born in Australia. I did leave there when I was probably about 5 years old. Been back a few times. Obviously, I love my ancestry. I love my family out there. You got some great videos of me. Yeah. So I mean, as I say, I moved from Australia when I was 5. I've been my schooling here in the UK. I've lived pretty much in this house where I am now since I was about 10 years old. I did move out and I moved back in again when I was 24. And yeah, as much as I'm proud Australian, I'm as much a Londoner as I am anything else. Love both worlds. It's difficult, you know. I'm homesick whether I'm there or here, so it's an interesting one. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cool
that's
to be
really cool.
Australian, man. Like, especially working for an Australian company. You know, like, you know, the guys out there are rad. We get on super, you know, super great. You know, it's a high pressure thing. There's a lot going on. There's always something new, something more. But yeah, it's cool, really cool working for an Australian firm. Really cool.
Yeah, that's the important thing, I think.
Wicked.
Yeah, seeing that is a video from you. You put it in Instagram and everything.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah.
me about this beautiful lady who can drive it very, very, very well. And I
Yeah,
think
this
we need.
beautiful lady. I mean, like, she's not actually been riding that long. Right. So there's a bit of a story. So Siobhan, I have known for many, many years. She's a really great friend and currently lives with me as well. She did try out boarding a few years back with one of my Gen 2 boards. And yeah, she kind of hurtled off, having a great time, came back, told me she'd fallen off. And then literally, you know, phoned me the following day to tell me she'd been in A&E and she'd managed to break both her wrists. But that didn't deter her. She's got back on the board. She now owns an Evolve board, as you can see, and she's been absolutely loving it. This was earlier in the year, and yeah, she's one of the hungriest ladies I've seen riding. She really does love it, and yeah, she's not afraid of falling either. She gets back up, dusts herself up, goes again.
You see it. Aussie is riding. They ride it very well, my friend. And
Yeah,
that's what we need more. More. I think we have Rebecca. Is one of the
yep.
best riders here too. He's from UK, and we have to bring more special lady girls on every riders. They are riding. There is lots of ladies who ride better than me.
Yeah.
And lots of guys.
Mate,
She ride very.
there's
I was
some really
amazed.
great. It's great to see more. I think there is more ladies. I mean, I don't know if the community's just grown in general,
Yes.
but we are seeing more ladies getting involved. And yeah, don't think they're gonna give you away just because you're a bloke. You know, there's a lot of great riders out there, and yeah, it's great to see the skills in some of these guys as well. So yeah, it's cool to see, super cool to see, and I 100% encourage it, 100%.
I encourage too. I think is and you guys in UK encourage lots of people to do so many special things. I'm very proud to know you guys, and I think you do so many events, and you create so many things for us. Before was nothing, and today we are in a other position, and we have to thank you guys because
Oh,
UK.
you're too
Yeah,
kind.
that's the
I mean, like, that it's really cool. I mean, like, for me, it's great now seeing what's happened over the years. You know, like, years ago with Critical Mass, I think, you know, was one of our first group rides. It was like 2 or 3 of us, you know, like, and then that grew to the point that I think at one event there must have been 70 or so riders, you know, like hurtling through London. It was an amazing experience, you know, to see that grow. But now we've also got, you know, like, you know, we've got like Carve UK and lots of other, you know, like little groups that have grown from this. And it's just, you know, the community's exploded, and like there's so many cool cats, so many great people, so many positive people. It's so cool to just vibe off of each other, and you know, like it's exciting. As I said, we mentioned a little bit, you know, just before when we were off air, like the events I am so passionate about. I mean, it's so cool getting everyone together and, you know, just sharing experiences together. You know, it's unreal. You know, no one puts down on anyone. It's not like, you know, the pros are segregated from the beginners or anything like that. You know, we all get together and encourage each other to, you know, push each other on. It's sad that we've had to, you know, put everything to the side through COVID-19. But I do think that this is going to make next year's events, or whenever we get to join up forces again, it's just going to be so much more exciting. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's been even longer since we've seen our our brothers from around the world and brothers and sisters from around the world. And, like, yeah, I can't wait to catch up with everyone. This is Paris. Sorry, that
Yes.
was Cour de Bron. This was the very first World Cup in the south of
Yes.
France.
So I thought 2017 in
Yeah,
France.
yeah,
That was the World Cup in France.
yep,
That was the beginning of everything.
yeah.
I think
I think it
that's
was
what.
amazing, that event. I mean, I met so many cool people there, but I think we knew just then that this was the beginning of something exciting, and it's so cool that I still regularly speak to the likes of Anton and like Liam and a few of the others that I met specifically at that event. We still keep in touch.
Yeah.
Like we're just an extended family now.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's the important thing. What I think about electro skateboards or the one wheels electro boards. I think that the community, they are so united, and
yep,
like you guys in UK, and I think America, that they involve America and Germany. They are starting to work. You guys, you work with Carve, you work with everybody, and you do these events for the guys to enjoy it. That is lots of work. I know how many work is for to make an event, and you take this time to do something special for the riders, and that's the important for the community.
but mate,
Uh,
like, right, so like on that, I mean, I don't know how much digging you have done, but I have run a few events for a while, and yeah, it takes up some time, like you wonder what else you've got left in your life, like when everything seems to be about these events. But then when you get there and you see the smiley faces, that's there's nothing else in the world that makes it more worthwhile. It's just people enjoying themselves. And if you've, like just your part, look, your little part towards that event has done anything to put smiles on those faces, why would you want to do anything else? Like we're just sharing the love, sharing the experience. As I say, we've got a passion for boarding, and this is just sharing it with everyone else. So yeah, it's super cool to get excited, but get excited about the events, and can't wait to see you guys in the new year.
yeah. Yeah. I hope that that's going to go very fast, and we can do something special. uh the other question what I have here for you, my friend, is like, I know that you have a new shop in London,
Yep.
and can you talk a little more about your shop? Where is your shop? uh,
Yeah, so I mentioned earlier we spent 3 years in Dartford, but we recently moved up to Stratford, where we're right in the middle of the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park. It's, for those of you that don't know London, it's one of the sickest places to ride an electric skateboard. There's like so many cool trails and paths and like spots all around there. It was one of my favourite skating spots in London long before the shop was even thought about there. So I was super stoked when I found out that's where it was. And for those of you that haven't seen the inside of the shop, it's amazing. Here we go. There we go. So this is our shop there in London, in Stratford, in the Olympic Park. It's yeah. Before we were opening, there was a mum and a kid wandering past the store, and the kid asked the mum, "No, what's that?" And she said, "Oh, it's an art gallery." And although she was wrong, I thought, what a compliment. I mean, it looks so beautiful, that store. It literally is. Yeah, it's a pleasure to work there. Like, it's a little bit smaller than our last venue, so we've had to adapt ourselves for it. But now we've got the processes down. Michael's been over from Australia helping us out, getting all the processes really slick. So I think we've got it great there. And as I say, I think it's somewhere that's working really well for us already. But I think coming out of this whole COVID thing and moving into next year, I think it's going to be such an exciting year for us there. Yeah, it's such a cool place to work. If you haven't come down to see us already, come down. We are open at the moment. Obviously, we have to keep with the guidelines, but the guidelines allow us to be open at the moment. So if you want to pop in and see us, we are open 7 days a week currently, from 10 through till 5. But those hours will extend as we go into the warmer months. And yeah, as I say, I think it's going to be an exciting place to be next year. It really is going to be an exciting place to be.
Yeah, that's great. I was there about 3 months, and I think that is beautiful. It's perfect, organized. You can see how involved is everything. All is this wall that you can see the complete board. You can see the batteries, you
Yeah,
can see everything, and that
yeah,
is how the service is, how the guys
exposure
treat
view.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I think that is
yeah,
very, very, very nice.
yeah.
And what is what do you do there? What is your you are a technical manager, but
That's right. Yep. So yeah, my official role, I think, is actually tech manager or service and support manager for the UK.
okay,
So basically, that means that I do at least oversee, if not completely see through start to finish the whole after sales experience. Um, what that means to everyone is basically if you have a concern, or something's not right with your board, or you're looking to change something, you might get in touch with me and say, hey Matt, like, this isn't working, can you help me out? And I'll literally lead you through start to finish, getting your board in, getting it serviced, getting it back to you, in the fastest time we can. We have like a 5-day target for our turnaround. Ultimately we try and get it around quicker than that. But yeah, for me, any board that's with me means that there's another rider out there that's not having a great time. So any board that's with us, we'll push hard to turn that around, make sure it's fixed properly, and get it back out to you guys as quick as possible so that you can carry on enjoying it. So yeah, it's a great role to have. I love what we do. I love, we have a great team. It's not like I'm completely alone. We have a great team that support me through this. And yeah, it's cool to see the way it's evolved. And like you say, down at the store there, we do actually have an open plan workshop. So like, if you do pop down to see us, there's plenty of places you can pop along to grab a coffee or a bite to eat, or you can literally just see us from the store working away on your board, getting everything ready for you. So it's cool that everything's open display like that, and it is like welcoming you into our world. It's yeah, love what we do. Love what we do.
yeah. On the other question, what is the your favorite board from Involve?
Favorite board? That's hard. That's difficult, right? So I did a video recently. We were asked the question at the time, I believe, was bamboo or carbon.
Hmm.
So at the time, and I will stick by this, I choose my bamboo. My bamboo GTR is my current go-to board.
Okay.
If someone said you could only take one from your house while it was burning down, that would probably be that would be the one I'd grab first. Um, closely followed by my Carbon GT. And
Okay.
as I say, I do think, as much as I was attracted to Evolve initially because of the versatility of the boards, being able to swap a board from own one board, and be able to change it from all terrain to street, different types of wheels, different types of gearing, and really changing up your ride. I love now having the variation of the boards. I still ride my old GTX. It's a shorter bamboo board for its own reasons. The carbon, obviously, it's a stiffer deck, which gives you more stability at high speed. It's my competition board, if you like. It's also better off-road as well because it gives you a little bit more clearance. But then for having fun, it's my bamboo GTR. Like, that thing is so forgiving. If I don't nail it on the trick, it might let me not fall off it. Do you know what I
Okay.
mean? And I love the way that it's just the way the bamboo moves. It's a more traditional longboard feeling deck. So the way it actually moves in the calves, it's just a super playful, fun deck to ride. Do you know what I mean? And I think for the ride sensation, yeah, it's still the bamboo GTR. Still the bamboo GTR.
Yeah, for me it's very difficult because I'm a very heavy guy. Then I have to stick always with a carbon. I
I
don't
can't.
have no chance. But
I, this is the thing. I mean, like I mentioned, it's the clearance. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know that some are, well, for the most part, taller and bigger riders are always going to, gravitate towards the carbon because of the stability that it offers you. But then saying that, I have seen some larger riders ride in the bamboos. They just need to, like, understand that you're not going to have the clearance, especially in
yeah,
the off-road scenarios. But yeah, I can understand why most larger guys and girls, do like the stability of the carbon. Yeah, I get
yeah,
it. I get it.
yeah,
It's a very responsive board too. Like, you twitch your knee, it moves. It's as I say, don't make me
You
change my mind. But I love it. I love them all. I
no,
love them
no.
all.
You look at me.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
Sometimes it's very difficult.
My workshop's a bit of a mess, but yeah, we'll do the tour one day. We'll do the tour. I have a few.
Well, okay. The other question: what is the color do you like more?
What color?
Yeah,
I,
because
I
your board is
They all have
green.
a bit of a green theme. I do love my green. I don't know. I don't know where the green thing. Like, I don't. Is it childish to have a favorite color?
No, no, my friend.
There we go. I mean, I guess as a redhead as a kid, yeah. I mean, I do have gingerish hair, but I was
No,
very red as a kid, and I worked out that if you're going to wear black, you've got to cut it up with something else.
yeah.
Otherwise, you just look like a Duracell battery. So like the green worked for me, and yeah, I do love it, and I love like the iridescence of it. Look at it; it looks cool. Do you know what I mean? It pops like that. It just looks wicked. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the
not hard
green,
to
the
spot.
green is beautiful. Yeah, the wheels, I think, is fantastic. The color.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
think it's hard to spot my boards, is it?
that is a beautiful board you make here.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's my
uh,
carbon. Yeah, so that's my
yeah,
carbon GT. Yeah, that's as I say, that board there. I mean, like that board. I mean, it's been around the world. It's been through so much with me. Yeah, it's got so many memories. I don't think I'll ever let it go to the grave. But yeah, literally had a makeover recently. With you can see the dope grip there, which
mm,
is sick. If you guys haven't tried dope grip, I sincerely
yeah.
recommend
We,
trying it
we,
out.
we,
Give it a
we're
go.
going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that too today, because
Oh,
I think
wicked.
that is, yeah. I think it's you can give a nice explanation, and me too, because I love the grip tape from Dope Grip Tape. I think is fantastic. He's a friend
Wicked.
from us. He's a friend from us. And I think we are not childs. We can tell the truth to the people. I think that
Yep.
is very, very, very good. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
because Matthias is a good friend from us. I think he makes something very special
I've
for
known
the
him a good
riders.
few years, but and he's one of the loveliest guys. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
this is the international community. This is exactly what we were
Yeah.
touching on earlier. You meet these people at a World Cup or an event or something like
Yeah.
that, and you become friends for life.
Yeah.
But then that's not to take away from the product. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the product is sick. Do you know what I mean? I
Well,
stand by this. I
you,
ride this on my own board. I stand by it. It's wicked. It's wicked.
yeah. I
Try.
think the same way, my friend. You have to try
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I think is in what they asked do is very nice. They are going to come now with for I think one wheels too, and I think
yeah.
that is going to be very special
Wicked.
for the guys. I think they are going in a good way for all of us riders.
Yeah.
The other question, what I like to ask to you is like, um, why the people love so much Matt? Why the
Why do
people love
people love me?
yeah so much the community?
I have no idea, but thank you and love you all. I don't know. How do you answer a question like that? I'm
I
completely
think
humbled.
that is
Like
because
it's cool. You know.
bec- because I make the question to the community. I ask, Matt, can you tell me something a little more about him? What is good by him? What is not good by him? And everybody talks so nice from you, and I was like very proud to have you here because the way the people talk about you was so special, and that's why maybe I have to learn a little more about you. Why?
Sure, I have my bad days. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure I have my bad days, but like I don't know. I mean, like doing what we do, I find it easy to be passionate. To try to like work hard, and in our world, that means making people happy. And I do. I'll go the extra mile if it means driving across London to drop off a board, or do you know what I mean? Going out to meet a person in person so that
Yeah.
we can actually resolve concerns together. Like I'll do that. I think that's cool, and I think maybe it is part of the community thing as well, in the fact that I love catching up with the riders. So there's certain people. I tell you what, after I get off this call, there are a few people I'm actually going to drop a message and just say, hey, look, sorry I've not been in touch this year. Do you know what I mean? I miss you guys. Can't wait to see you soon, because yeah, I genuinely care. Maybe that's it.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
that's the important thing. I think that's when you care for the persons and you talk with him and after don't lose the contact. That's the important, and that is difficult to find today. Huh? I think we have to change the way to do it. Uh, Now, what is the plan for 21?
21. Right, so that's recover from all this lockdown craziness. Do you know what I mean? Once we're past that, I think everything just seems to be on pause at the moment. I mean, ultimately, we're still open, we're still selling boards, but the community side of things, I think this is what we're missing. I think we can't wait to. I mean, obviously, Evolve Germany, we're going to hold a World Cup.
Yeah.
Spain was going to have an Open. So we've missed a few things this year, which I hope will all be rearranged, when we can. Obviously, our community events, I can't wait to start those up again. We were doing the go-kart tracks last week. There we go, the go-kart tracks last year. So yeah, we can't wait to get back in and start kicking off, events like that again. I mean, obviously, for us in the UK, the colder months, it's really difficult to even, personally, sometimes it can rain days on end, and it feels like you're never going to get out and ride again. And yeah, as I say, the go-kart events were super popular last year, and yeah, can't wait to start throwing those again. And then obviously moving into the summer months, who knows? There's lots of ideas being thrown around. But I think we're just literally waiting to see what we're allowed to do, and then we'll move forward with it. As I say, for us, obviously, we've got the new store. So it'll be our first full year at our new location. So lots of exciting times for us there. As I say, I think it's going to be a lot easier for us to run the community events from there as well. Even if it's just a beginner skate session or maybe a slide session, or do you know what I mean? Just to have those sessions set up in the park right where we are, it makes it easier. And so, yeah, I look forward to lots more community events, lots more fun. And yeah, who knows? I mean, as I say, you have to pester Jeff about the future for Evolve because he holds his cards so close. I don't know. He's always excited, which makes me excited. so
Yeah, of course.
yeah, fun time.
What do you think the communities have to do it better in the future?
What do we have to do better? I don't know. I mean,
Because Carve is very strong. They try to do lots of things. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
They work with you guys.
it was really cool. I mean, it did feel for a little while, if you like, we were the ones that hosted the events. And then, that's not to say we were excluding people outside of Evolve riders. It didn't matter if you were on an Evolve board or a boosted or whatever you were riding. Do you know what I mean? You were always welcome at our events. But it's really cool for me to see, groups like Carve coming out and becoming strong. There she is. The Evolve rider. And I get the hint. Yes, it would be good to see more mixed events. Maybe get those girls out, get those girls riding. I mean, as I say, for me, the community events are. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things we do work hard towards, and we never take a pressure off. We never take our foot off on trying to, actually expand the events, try new things. We work out what works well, and then we, bin what doesn't, and we're not afraid to change. We're not afraid to evolve. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think this is it. Listen to the feedback, stick with what works well, and yeah, don't be afraid to change.
Yeah, you have to go with the feedback from the people. If you go with the feedbacks from the people, you're always going to win. The other person, how is the family? Involve UK, because I see that is a strong team in this shop.
Yeah. I mean, like, well, we've had a few changes, but like for the most part, it's been, I love the boys. Do you know what I mean? I love the guys that we work with. Like everyone's a friend as well, or no, closer than a friend. Like I always blame Dandy for getting me into this mess, but there he is, there he is. So yeah, so if you're looking at this picture, left to right, we've got Kevsy D. I've known for many, many years, maybe
That
15
was
years, possibly more.
yeah.
We used to,
That was that
yeah,
was the person who take care of me when I was in UK.
yeah,
Involved.
yeah.
He
I
was
hope
fantastic.
I hope he looks after you. He's a lovely guy. Yeah,
He was
always got a smile.
lovely. He
Yeah,
take care of me perfectly. That was like
wicked.
a fantastic day.
Yeah.
I,
So we've got
I,
in the photo we've got Kevsy. As I say, I've known him for
I,
15 years or more through DJing. Myself, Jeff, Andy, who I blame for getting me into this mess. Andy's still an ambassador for us. He did work at the shop for a while, for quite a while. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
He's still an ambassador and a great friend, and also Mian as well. Do you know what I mean? Mian came on to support the Spanish team, and yeah, as I say, like these guys. Like we've got some other people that have also helped us out. Matt BC and Billy now working with us. Michael's over from Australia currently helping us out. And then we've got other people, that outside of that, like Aaron and that, recognized riders. They're great friends of ours that are never shy on helping us out with the events. And always, there to help out and not just with setting up and things like that, but helping out the community. Do you know what I mean? And giving the friendly advice. Great friends, great friends. Yeah,
Yeah, I know very well Billy, and he's a fantastic guy. And
yeah.
the other question I have to have: you have you talk it in when you started. You have another passion is snowboard.
Oh yeah, I do love my soul.
Yeah, because, and is a total different thing. Do you think that is from electro skateboarding or snowboarding is the same or is different? Because there is
uh,
lots of people ask me that.
Across board sports, I think there are similarities, but that's not to say that like. Right, if you're a great snowboarder, then you're going to pick up another board sport quickly. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like so, if you're really competent on your electric skateboard,
yeah,
I think you will pick up snowboarding quickly. But that's not to say you won't need lessons.
yeah.
Like I think you're a fool if you quality. Yeah, I do love it, mate. Like yeah, flying through the air, nothing quite
Yeah.
like it.
You are
But
free. You are free, my friend. In
you are
this
free
moment.
for this moment only. Do you know what I mean? You are free, especially once you've spotted your landing and you know that it's not going to go horribly wrong. Yeah, it's an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
I think yeah, anyone who enjoys skateboarding will probably most likely enjoy snowboarding. It's definitely not as cold as you'd think it would be. Not once you wrap up and you've got your rum or whatever you keep you warm on the slopes. But yeah, I think, as I say, I think with both Kev and Matt BC, who over the last few years we've introduced into snowboarding, these guys they picked up very quickly. But yeah, the lessons were well worthwhile. Lessons are well
Yeah.
worthwhile. Yeah,
This is fantastic. The other thing is for the persons who are starting, you are a guy a person who is always riding, and what is the best board you advise for the persons who starting from like involved to buy it, bamboo or carbon or maybe the
the
stroke.
Stoke.
Yeah,
All right, so the Stoke is our entry level price, but it's definitely not an entry level skill. Having a shorter board reduces the stability. You trade off stability for the nimbleness, the agility. We go with that. So
okay.
you get a more agile board, but then you sacrifice a bit of stability, and that means that it's definitely going to be easier to ride a longer board than it is a shorter board. And then I think, when you want to choose between, oh, this is in France. Oh, this was so cool. Like,
Yeah,
this,
I
yeah, the
know that.
Grand Prix in France. This was
Yeah,
sick. Like, if you ever have the opportunity to do this, this is Piste de la Parisians.
Yeah,
The Piste of the Parisians. And yeah, you actually get to take Anton.
yeah.
You actually get to take your electric transport out onto the electric Grand Prix track in the middle of Paris just before the event. It was such a fun thing to get involved in. You can see everyone's dressed up for the occasion as well. Lots of fun going on there.
I know
Lots
that
of
is lots of yeah, but that's a very special video. Just to tell you guys, if you want to see the videos from Mac, I put the link from his YouTube, his Instagram, his Facebook, everything. Then you can see all the videos, all the photos from him. He has great videos. He has great. How can you mount your board? How can you change your wheels? Everything is have funny videos, and have lots of videos who can help you to learn a little more about your board.
I, I'll let you into a little secret. There are a few hidden videos as well. So if you ever get stuck with something, hit me up. You know, if you're looking, you know, if you're saying, obviously there's going to be, you know, videos out there on specific things, but if you think of anything that I might be able to create a video for, or might have a hidden video for, hit me up and I'll see if I can help you out.
Yeah, that's the important thing, because that's the way the community have to work. Talking about a little more about these videos, this is amazing community, my friend. How
Yeah,
do
man.
you made that happen? So nice, and so, because I see the video, I think I don't know how many times, and I cannot stop watching these videos. That
Yeah.
is that is difficult to happen, and I think
But
it's very special.
but this is it. The community makes it special. It's not me. Do you know what I mean? I'm just part of it. You know, I get to go and, you know, spend time with these people, and I think that's the thing. You know, like, don't sit at home thinking, "I wish that was me." Go and make that you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, this, as I say, this was in Paris, you know, like, this is, I actually traveled out to Paris on the Eurostar, stayed out there for a few days and, you know, caught up with a few of my friends. But, you know, this was the event I went there to take part in. And it was so much fun, so much fun. And, you know,
But,
like, it
but
doesn't matter what nationality you are, you know, language barriers don't matter when you're skating.
yeah, don't matter.
Yeah, like, it doesn't matter, you know.
But I think that is so not so okay. In Australia, they make lots of events, was crazy events. But France, they are so well organized. I see so many events. You have this, it's electric. You have this event, what you are now seeing. You have the other event was the World Cup from France.
Yeah,
You see the people they come. Sometimes I go to the channels here in Facebook. You see, and they are always organized. Something special for us. Okay, France is different from UK or Germany, because you are in UK, I'm in Germany. The laws is now very strict for us,
yeah,
uh, and France is more free. I think that is 25 kilometers, but you can ride it here in German. You cannot in UK. Is the same thing. What do you think about what have to change in UK about the legislation of
legislation. I
yeah,
think it's happening. I think, and I think it started off being a bit of a mentality thing. So, like, a couple of years back, it didn't really matter. You know, like, there wasn't enough electric skateboarders, or more to the point, electric scooters and other mobility electric
yeah,
personal electric vehicles for it to really cause any concerns. Then we had a very high profile case where a YouTuber sadly lost her life on streets in London. From what I hear, she got caught undertaking a truck. Not a great place for anyone to be, but, you know, very, very sad. I, you know, feel for her. But off the back of that, you know, I think it did put our government under pressure to, you know, then look at these laws and look at what was happening. And then Thankfully, they didn't just run away from it. Do you know what I mean? I think they did actually start looking at it sensibly. They started putting trials in places across the country where things could actually get tested to see how that works. Thankfully, Stratford Olympic Park is actually one of those places where you can freely ride and you won't be challenged. But then,
and you have a place you can park your car. Not so. It's a great place. When I came with my car from Germany, perfect place to park your car. Security is
yep,
perfect,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
about 500 meters from you, from your shop.
yeah,
500.
yeah, probably,
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's
yeah.
very easy.
It's super easy. But then what we've also seen now is obviously over the last 9 months, we've seen, people trying to distance themselves from one another. And that means people trying to avoid public transport. And off of the back of that, we've seen a huge rise in the use of personal electric vehicles across the country, legislated or not. The public have spoken, and this is what they want to do. So the government will have to work towards making that safe for everyone to do, in my personal view. As I say, I don't make the laws. I wish I did. But I think, through the demands of, people just wanting to move away from public transport, move away from combustion engines. And I think, power to weight ratio, electric skateboard or electric scooter, it's definitely a far more environmental way of getting around. Why would you want to sit in traffic? Why would you want to do it? And ultimately, the more people that are out using these things are going to free up our streets from traffic. And I think the faster people recognize that, the better it'd be for everyone. I think it is a mentality thing as well. Obviously we love and appreciate what we do, but the general public needs to accept us too. Any taxi driver a cursed cyclist anyways, you know what I mean? Or any bus driver, I have their own personal opinion of what everyone else is doing around them. But I think, it just take a little bit of time and we'll get there. Oh, that's the speaker I made.
That's what I want to talk. That's what I want to talk now. How do you build this speaker, my friend? How many times?
Oh, this is what happens if I have too much time on my hands. I end up doing stupid things. Stupid, crazy, fun things. So funny enough, that thing's actually sitting right here behind me. I haven't had the heart to put it apart. So here, there you go. It's literally right there. So basically, obviously that was off the Critical Mass London. Once a month in London, there is a group of cyclists, majority cyclists, that just get together to ride just to be free. Do you know what I mean? It's just a fun thing to go out, catch up once a month, and just be free and party around London. And there's regularly bikes that actually pull speakers and they're playing music. And I noticed that when we were out riding, we gravitated towards these speakers because this is where the fun was at. So I just thought, wouldn't it be fun if we created one for a skateboard?
That was crazy. That was crazy.
It was based off of it was I forget what it was, but there's a 12-inch sub, so there's quite a large 12-inch sub in the back of there, but it's actually powered off of Evolve batteries.
Yes?
I thought, well, because I worked out the capacity in the drawer, and basically if I wired two together, I calculated it enough to know that we could actually play music for quite a decent amount of time, literally off of, it was 2 carbon Gen 2 batteries. So and it's never run out. It's never run out.
I was thinking the battery was in a box together. I think you. I was not imagining that it was in a board. That is no more crazy.
No. So initially, inside the box, the actual speaker box itself, it used to have a car battery, but then I found that the lead acid battery was quite heavy and also top heavy for the unit. So this is why we then replaced it with 2 carbon Gen 2 batteries, which sit in the bottom of the trailer. So that's lowered the weight in the trailers quite substantially. And as I say, it's not the easiest thing to ride with, definitely not. I find that, especially when you're going downhill, don't get too excited about it. Like literally, you just got to go. Once it starts going, you've got to go, because if that trailer wants to start overtaking you, it gets pretty serious. It's good fun. Yeah, always good fun.
Yeah.
I've got another one of my crazy projects sitting just over my
Oh,
shoulder. I don't know if you can
let's
see that.
go.
There we
Yeah.
go. So basically, just before we left Dartford last year, someone donated this to our industrial. There was a pile of rubbish. There was a pile of rubbish, and someone dumped it in a kiddie's car on this pile of rubbish. And I drove past it once, and then when I came
Okay.
back the second time, I was like, I can do something with that. It's still there. It's coming with me. So like, yeah, this was actually designed to do maybe 3 miles per hour. I've now kitted it out. It has two 2,000-watt motors, an original GT motor controller, which I've slightly adapted for it. So it actually has, forward and reverse. But yeah, basically, it was something I was creating earlier in the year. I've still got to make a chassis for it now because it started actually pulling the car apart. It's got so much power. But that'll be another fun project for me in the new year.
No, but that project is always good. And let's talk about you riding.
Yeah.
How many years are you
Amazing.
profi? Well, yeah, that's just the team is with us. How many
Yeah.
how many years you are a pro free rider?
So I'm not an ambassador as such. I kind of became a pro rider, I guess, when I was chosen for the initial UK team back in so we were in 2017 when we went to France. I don't know, Andy seemed to think I had a good chance against Samo. I'm not so sure. But yeah, from that moment on, I mean, I've occasionally been referred to as a pro rider. I'm not an ambassador. There are differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do also have influencers as well that work for the company.
Mhm.
But I think the whole pro rider thing was off the back of being chosen to represent at the World Cup. But yeah, as I say, I make no claims. I just love what I do, and I'm happy to share my experience with everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
The other thing, you live in one country that is always a little wet. And what
Yeah.
is the better wheels for you, my friend? What you like more?
Right, so I love a variance of wheels. So I ride different wheels for different things. I do. So my carbon currently has got. All right, what have we got on my carbon? At the moment, I've got 7-inch all terrains. Pretty standard setup. But that's because it's a great all-round board. Like it gives me the clearance off road. I actually love the having older all-terrain wheels, so there's less tread on them, and then go and ride the grass, which makes it really slippery, and you can drift the board and really get a sensation of what it is to slide at much slower, safer speeds. So that's a great fun setup. But then I love my street wheels. Yeah, GSL, baby.
I find it.
uh,
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, I love
Uh,
street wheels too. I love street wheel. Ah, that's my little pup.
yeah,
That
that's
one's Fly. Yeah, that's Fly. She's my current dog. She's currently with a neighbour because I thought she might jump up while we're trying to do the interview.
I have my here, and I cannot have it in a moment because then it's too much. But let's continue to talk. The involve. Every year they always bring something special for us. In the last years, they change it, the batteries, everything. I think there are lots of better things, but for me as a weight, I have too much kilos. I love more the 75 175. I think 7-inch
Yeah,
in UK. And
yeah.
you lose a little more miles,
Yep.
in
These are the range
but
for the terrain. Yep.
yeah. And for me, in the future, do you think Involve is going to change maybe bigger batteries, or are they going to always stay like the same range, about the 50 kilometers? I think about 30
Um,
miles.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, obviously, excuse me.
I'm talking about me
We've
because
seen, I think
I
we've seen, I mean, we have seen progression. I mean, it's technology as well. I mean, like, so obviously, like, if we look back to the earlier gen boards, it was a 7 amp hour and a 10 amp hour battery. We've now got a 14 amp hour battery. So we have seen an increase along with the technology that's changed. So I think with battery technology constantly changing, there will be. How's that, Cambodia? Oh, dear. Me and
the
Mr.
best
D.
the best friends.
Yeah, yeah. Me and Mr.
Yeah.
D. Wicked. So I think we will see more range with more battery technology. Thank you. Um, but what I don't
Cheers,
think
my
we'll
friend.
see is Evolve pulling. Yeah, cheers. What I don't think we'll see is Evolve taking away from the feel of the ride. I think if you add too much weight to the board in batteries, then what you then start moving towards is something that doesn't feel like a nimble board. Like it's got to feel good. Like so. I think that will always be, in my personal opinion, I think that will be the limiting factor on the weight thing. We've got to
So
realise the GTR is heavier than the GT. We have got a little bit heavier.
watch your mic. I think your mic is having a little. Yeah,
Test, 1, 2.
yeah, is
Can you
is
hear
with
me?
is a little itching. It's like put it out and put it again.
Okay. One moment.
You have to put it down. You have to put it again. No. In your camera, you have a plug, and you have to change it. You have to in your computer. You have to put it. I put it you down out, and you come back again. Yeah, you have to put your mic in a computer. Where is your camera? It's a small. Where you look to the monitor. You have your camera there. You can see yourself, right? Uh, no, it's out.
Testing.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, perfect. No,
Yes, we're good.
yeah, we are good
Testing, 1,
because
2.
what's make yeah,
Okay,
everything is
sorry about
good.
that, guys. I'll try not to move anymore.
No, it's not a problem. We were talking about, yeah, the important thing about the batteries, because I'm a guy. I
Yep,
have a Lacroix. That is
yep.
a very heavy board. You
It
can make
is.
you can make the kilometers, but you don't have the carve like you have like in Wolf.
Yep,
And for a race, you cannot do the same thing like
yep.
you do with an Evolve. And I think that's why my question is: do you think they're going to make maybe a little bigger
Little bit
in
ago.
the future?
It's possible, but as I say, I think Evolve will always focus on the feeling of the ride. Like it's cool. It's great to see that with battery technology, and we have made the boards a little bit heavier. The GTR is a heavier board than the GT, but I think with the power to weight, you don't notice it so much. The feel of the ride's still there. Ultimately, if the batteries are enlarged too much, then it does change the feeling of the ride. I think like it'll be one of those, battery technology will improve, which will give us more range, and maybe we'll see the batteries being more easily changeable, so you can swap batteries over quicker. But I don't know. As I say, I think it's always going to be focused on the feel of the ride being great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that is because like me, involved in the last years, has changed the colors, as so you have so many choices for your board.
Yep.
Uh, Before was just I think the other companies now are doing the same, like Trump and something like that. Everybody's trying to work more,
Yep.
and that's lots of money you have to invest because
Yeah. I mean,
it's,
like,
it's not
the
it's not
personalization thing, I think that is inevitable as the community grows. You know, like the first events, everyone's board looked pretty similar, and there was a couple of personalized ones. And then like the second World Cup, the majority of boards were personalized. So it's really cool to see, Evolve get on board with that and provide the array of stuff that you see on the board builder. You can change all the different colors, but then obviously just by changing grip tape, you personalize your board.
yeah.
And it's cool to see that stuff. That's actually my board, Jeff. That's Mark right in there, but that is actually one of my boards again with the green.
That's why I ask you because of the green. Because I see
Yeah,
that your boards is with me is more orange,
yeah,
orange color.
yeah.
But this guy is fantastic. What's the
That's
name of him?
that's Matt BC. See,
Yeah,
he's another great friend of ours, and like I could just as easily blame him for getting me into this. Like I actually spotted Matt BC on a Carbon GT flying around my local park when I was out with my dog,
yeah,
and he was the first person or the first Evolve board that I actually Evolve owner that I ever met. And yeah, it literally after meeting him, chatting with him, and doing a little bit more research, it wasn't long before I bought my first Evolve board. And I'm
yeah.
very proud to say that Matt is a great friend, and we've remained great friends since. Yeah, lovely, lovely guy. I don't know anyone who has anything harsh to say about him. Is yeah, and if there is anyone out there, I don't want to know you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I see I make two events, not events. I've made two rides with this person, and it's so a fantastic ride, and it was so nice,
Yeah.
and I was very pleased to have this. I have a little conversation with him, and the last ride I was in UK, he was there later
Yep.
because he was working in Involve, and then he was later with us and with the carve, and I was like, boys, the guy is like he's like the family with
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
uh, and I
No,
think that is
as I say, Matt BC is literally one of the loveliest guys you could ever meet. Like he
is
really is.
and
But he's so caring, and he'd go to the world and back just to bring you a banana. Trust me.
yeah,
I
but
try.
and you see, and you see the guy was with us there, and he was with the guys from Trump. He was with the monkeys from I don't know,
Yep.
monkeys. I don't know the group.
Yeah, the Northern Monkeys. Yeah, yeah, the
No,
Northern Monkeys.
these guys are crazy. These are no, these guys they are really crazy. I love these guys. I want to bring
Yeah,
them here in a talk show too,
yeah,
because I
yeah,
think they are extreme crazy. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
and that's what we need in our communities. People who we can have fun, enjoy it,
Yep.
and that's what we see every day and every day. This guy is from France, so no, he's from England. He's England.
Right, that one. That's actually, I think.
That is a
Ah, is
generation
it?
two.
I can't see. Yeah, yeah, that's a Gen 2, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, that's I. No, no, oh, what's his name? I'm going to be in trouble now for forgetting his name. I want to say Oliver.
Because there is one guy who has this with the England flag. I don't know the because of the Ruroc.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know
no,
his.
no. Oh, why I'm going to be in so much trouble. Right, I'm going to put in the comments later who this
Leave
guy is
it.
with an apology.
Hey, everybody is here now. Can you tell me who is this person? Maybe one of
Parker.
you guys.
His surname is Parker. Who's the Parker boy? He was only, I think he was only about 15 at the time. Do you know what I mean? Like yeah, Dave Parker's son, and it definitely begins with an O. He's gonna hate me for forgetting his name. I'm sorry, mate.
What I like to say, hey guys, the guys who are now in the live, if you have some questions, positive questions for Matt, you are free to ask him. He's I've been here now
I
1 hour
love that.
with him. and in this hour I just have lots of fun, and I just like for us the community, that is one community guy, and I think that's very important for us to have more people like him in our community. Is very special.
You're too
I'm very
kind.
pleased to. No, I'm not too kind. Like I tell you in the beginning, I tell you what I uh, receive from the feedback from the persons around. I
Okay,
don't
so
know
the
you. So
community is kind.
yes, yes, because I don't
Love
know
you
you so
guys.
good. I don't know you so good. I know you because of your videos. How do you interact with the persons? But personally, I don't know you. And I listen to the guys because I was 3 times in UK, and I know Tim, I know all the guys from Carve and everybody. And I asked to them yesterday. I was in with Amar talking, and Amar tell me,
Alright.
yeah, Amar tell to Matt that he's a fantastic guy. I love him very much, and that's when you when you heard when you listen that from the guys from the community. That is so
But this is it.
beautiful.
It's really nice to hear this, especially coming from, the guys you're talking about. These are really nice guys in the community too. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are people I respect and admire, for the work that they do. Like Tim, Oscar. There you go, Tim. It's Oscar. Thank you, Tim. Oscar Parker. There you go. I knew it started with an O. I'm sorry I didn't remember it initially, but yes, that was Oscar Parker. He was only 15 years at the time. He still
Yeah,
rides with his dad. His dad's a monster on the board. Like, his dad was out at the UK Open giving us all for a run. He's quite a big guy, but yeah, he had a solid UK Open last year. And again, these are guys I haven't seen pretty much since the UK Open. I can't wait to catch up with them again in the new year. Definitely.
yeah, that's the problem from all of us. You have to, yes, we have here Thomas, the big, the boy. You have the team who has Amar is here. Lots of guys is here, and all of them they want to make rise. They want to come out, and
Yeah.
with this COVID-19, we are in a bad situation, all of us,
Yeah.
and we have
I
to be
mean,
careful.
I think it's cool. I hope there's still
This guy is
smaller.
special too.
Tim's wicked. Tim is quality. Do you know what I mean? Another lovable guy that will happily help anyone out there. Do you know what I mean? He's it's really cool. Since I've known Tim, it's been great to see him becoming more and more part of the community. And obviously, he's got his store set up now to help out even more. Do you know what I mean? So he's wicked. Tim's absolutely pucker.
Yeah,
Not a
guys.
bad word to say about him.
Yeah, and I'm going to put it later a link from the team shop because
Yep.
I think he do lots for the community, and he's one of the person maybe I'm going to bring here when he has time because he's very busy in the moment,
Yep.
and I think what he's doing is for the community, and we need people like this.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's the important thing. We have to one hand. Cleans the other hand. I don't know in English the right word, but
Yeah. We all
have
help each other.
yeah, yes. And then what I want to ask you for is like um, in in the question what I tell you before when we talk alone. Why can we not in Europe cannot buy from Involve UK?
Evolve UK. Right. So I know that I hope that we've got a great reputation, and we do get asked a lot of questions, from our brothers and sisters across Europe. Ultimately, what has happened over the years is we've set up local distributors who are authorized to look after their local countries. So these are the people that are literally in the position with the logistics set up for your local country, so that they can provide the best service. There may sometimes be language barriers. You can always reach out to us for advice. But when it comes to service, these are the guys that are in the position so that they can help you fastest, most efficiently. Do you know what I mean? So, as I say, it's not a case of we don't love everyone across Europe. It's just a case of these guys are in the best position to help you. So, ultimately, if they're out of stock on something, we can help them with that. But then, if it's something that they do stock, then we're always going to direct you to the people that can supply that to you and cover the warranty for that for you as well. So, it's about providing the best service we can amongst the distributors.
Yeah, I asked this question is not because I have some issues with the guys in Germany. I know very well Jens. That is not the first time that people ask me. Sometimes I want to buy from here or there. Why can I not buy it? That's why I ask you. That's there's
Yeah.
not
I
because
mean,
I have something.
there was talk a couple of years ago about us working towards an international warranty. I don't know how that's been progressed or how that works, but ultimately at the moment, Evolve is still set up with Evolve Australia. Obviously, they own New Zealand and us in the UK and possibly one of the others. But some of the other guys are independent distributors, so they're responsible for the warranty on the products that they sell. So until we come up with an agreement so we can cover each other's boards, I think we're still going to keep to the fact that we're actually help each other out. Support each other in actually supporting our own communities. Obviously, if you're on holiday here, do you know what I mean, and something goes wrong with your board or something like that, and you want help in the UK, you're always going to be welcome. Please don't think for a second if you're visiting the country that you're not welcome at our Evolve store. That's definitely not the case.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I say, it's more about us providing the best service we can with the current structure of the company.
Yeah, perfect. I think that is very important for the community to know. Then they know. I want to ask you something, my friend. Is this the next machine from Involve?
So that is the car that we've got just here. So that is literally it. That's what I'm talking about. This does about 20 miles an hour now. It's scary. I've had it up on two wheels. I can 180 it. But yeah, it's started to pull it apart. So you'll see more of that next year. You'll definitely be seeing more of that next year. Coming into an event for you.
That was very good. I see this quote and I say that is fantastic. I have to show it. Now we come to a point that I think that is very interesting. You have a video. That is the. What do you think about this question?
I've just seen this question. Have many riders taken the extended warranty in the UK? I'm not aware we are currently offering an extended warranty. Obviously, any products we sell come with a standard, I suppose it's a 12-month warranty. But then there are certain things that we can cover just outside of that. All I'd say is if you have a concern with your board, get in touch and we'll see what we can do to help you. Yeah. Guys, I'm not sure about that.
I'm going to leave the support for the Involve UK. Then if you have questions, always don't go to the Facebook or something like that. Go direct to the support. I think is the best way for you guys to take care of your problem. Because if you're going to post something, sometimes I posted something in Germany. I don't have no problem that to say, and that was a mistake for me because I was not directly with the German Involve, and then I see that was a stupid thing, and that could be solved in 1 hour, and it's not good for the company. It's not good for us.
Ultimately, if you've got any concerns, contact your local distributor because they're going to be the ones that can resolve it as quick as they can. Do you know what I mean? You might get an abundance of advice online, but the person that's going to resolve it is likely to be your distributor. So you may as well go to them first. Yeah.
No, we are talking with Matt, and we are the two of us, the ambassadors from Grip Tape, Dope Grip Tape.
Yeah, Dope Grip.
Dope Grip, and I think you're going to. We talked. Yeah, I think we talked a little about that before, but for the guys is here now.
Yep.
What is your personal mind about grip tape?
Right. Okay. So grip tape's essential. It's what connects you to your board. Ultimately, I ride everyone's board, like quite literally anyone's board that comes in for service. I'm going to ride that before it comes back. And so, the grip tape is an essential thing that connects you and keeps you on your board. Now we've not seen much change in grip tape since the conception of skateboards. Like some grip is going to be coarser, so like bigger chunks, and some's finer, which sometimes looks better and creates nicer prints. But I don't think there's many companies out there, and Dope Grip's the very first that I know to bring this product to the market. They've actually created a cushion in the grip itself, and not only does this help with rider fatigue, I believe it also helps with actual footing and keeping your foot solid in one place. If you're into dancing and stuff like that and moving around a little bit more on your board, maybe Dope Grip's not the one. But if you like the planted feeling of having your feet locked in and not sliding about on your board, Dope Grip's wicked. I would say you have to try it. I mean, like literally 5 minutes riding on this stuff and you'll wonder why you haven't got it on all your boards. It's that good. But yeah, as with anything, give it a go. Try it. You might like it.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's not right. I think we tested. I tested. If it's a shit product, I'm going to say it's not good. I don't have no problem with that to say. I tell it because I try it. I test it, and I think, like you said, if you want to do funny stuff, don't think that's not the right grip tape, because that is a really grip. That's really
it's
grippy.
really grippy. Really like it. If originally you liked coarse grip, then maybe you will like this grip. If you've had like a blood orange or like one of the coarser grips that really does rip your clothes apart and anything that gets anywhere near your board, then I think you will definitely like this grip, because it does just lock your feet in position. Like I said, if you're one that likes to shift and move and dance, then you're probably going to want a smoother grip that allows you to do that more fluidly. But yeah, give it a go. Try it out. It's definitely worth giving it a go and having a go. Living the dream. Living the dream.
That's we are talking a little. We are talking that, of course, that is electrical talk, but that is your experience, and I see that you love this, and I see this video, and I think it's nice to show it for the people who want to try it. I loved snowboarding too, and I think it's so fantastic. It's like two different things, but it's two things I can forget the world in a time when I'm riding, and my problems is everything disappear. What is don't you think it's the same thing for you, my friend?
Completely. Like when you're out snowboarding, like in any condition, you're not thinking about anything other than getting down the mountain in one piece and having as much fun as you can on the way. You know what I mean? Like that's literally it. It's such
like
a. Go on.
It's like
sorry.
It's like the same like electro skateboard. When you drive your electro skateboard, you forget everything. You're just enjoying.
You in the moment, having that that peaceful time. Yeah.
It
is fun, like having GoPros though. Like look at this. I mean, like I literally I forget these times, like this. I mean, not to say I forget these times, but I don't remind myself enough. And it's great to look back and say, do you know what, that was so much fun. Like remember the time we did this, remember the time we did that. And with GoPros now, like I wasn't paying attention to what I was flying past as much as you can in that video. What a beautiful place to be. It's stunning being up there in the mountains. It really is cool.
I think the big problem is to go up takes too long, and it's too fast to come down.
Yeah. I think it depends where you go. I think it does depend where you go. Like if you're interested in snowboarding, I can definitely advise some great spots all across Europe. Feel free to hit me up either in the comments or my own personal channel.
Yeah. Try it. I think that is going to be interesting for you to know a little more, because it's very fun. Believe it or not, I try it lots of times. I'm not so good like Matt, but I try it and I love it. I think it's very, very, very. I come more for my country. I make surf and windsurf. It's
cool.
Different. I come from Portugal, and then you have more that you don't have so much snow.
Yeah. I mean, like, so we've actually got like a wakeboarding place in London, like Wake Up London,
Okay.
where they've literally like it's a little section of the Thames that, believe it or not, is a little bit cleaner than the rest of it, where they've literally set up like a wake line. And I tried this out there. I think it was the year before last actually, but it's so much fun. Cold, yes, but if you can get over that, do you know what I mean? It's so much fun. But I can totally see why maybe Spain and Portugal enjoy that kind of stuff a little bit more than we do. You definitely have
Yeah,
to work for it. Yeah,
it is the only options we have here. Uh, the other thing is like now we are coming to the end. What is your positive advice for the people of the community for the year 2021?
I, in all honesty, I think it's just look forward to this. Do you know what I mean? Like we've been in lockdown of one form or another for way too long, but there will be an end. There's Aaron. There will be an end, and we will be together again soon. The community events are going to start kicking off. We might have had to keep to ourselves of 6 for a little while, but there's a lot more exciting things to look forward to. So enjoy your personal rides. Look forward to the future, and yeah, a lot more exciting times to come. Yeah.
I hope that we going to in the next year is going to be a beautiful year for all of us. I think is
Really
enough.
excited.
And I want to thank you a lot, my friend. If you have something to say to the community will love you. I leave you the last minutes for you. Then I think it was a pleasure for me to have you here.
Well,
I think
thank you
you
for
are.
having me.
I think you are a fantastic person. I think the community, what they tell about you, they don't tell nothing that I was not expecting to hear from them. I think you are a very very special person. Stay yes, and I
Right.
hope in the future we can meet the two of us, have a ride
Definitely.
together,
Definitely.
and take care of your community in UK because they love you a lot. And
No.
stay
Well,
yourself, my friend.
you too, bro. Like, thank you so much for having me on. Like, it's really kind of you, and like the community for your kind words. I'm humbled. I am truly humbled. I do love you all. I work hard every day for you. If you have any concerns, please reach out. I'm always here for you. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in the new year. Mwah.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you,
Nice,
guys,
buddy.
and I
Thanks for
hope
joining
you
us.
stay safe and have a nice new year for you, my friend. Okay,
You
bye
too,
bye.
guys.
Thank you very much.
Take care.